Jay, Andre LeBlanc, hey, Mac and Dre show, y'all check that shit out.
They wanna know about it. They wanna see what's up. They trying to get it poppin'. They trying to be like us. It's Mac and Dre, oh. 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 The Mac and Dre show. Mac and Dre, oh. Mac and Dre show.
Mac World.
I'm Andre, L-E-M-O-N-T.
I am Mac Julian.
And this is the Mac and Dre show. We're going to give y'all that good-ish, you know what I'm saying? Happy New Year to everybody. This is the new year, 2025. We're starting off with a bang. Got a lot of different things happening and cracking this year. But before we get started with anything else, we got to ask for your help. We need to build the channel. We need some subscriptions. We need y'all to hit that like button or the dislike button, whatever you feel. You need to comment. You need to let us know what y'all want us to talk about or get into, or comment on things that we already talked about. We just need y'all to do that for us. Doesn't cost y'all nothing, but it really helps us out a lot for the algorithm, so we can boost up and everybody can hear what we're talking about. But this is the Mac and Dre show, and we do not cut corners. We talk that real shit right to your face. Yo, Mac, what's the business?
Yeah, please add them subscriptions, man. We trying to get monetized so we can goddamn take it to the next level. So everybody who watching, add on and comment, you know what I'm saying, subscribe, let's do it. 2025, let's go into the hip hop, man.
Before we do that though, you got any resolutions you doing or anything like that? Anything you wanna stop doing or start doing?
I ain't really got no resolutions. Just keep going how I'm going, and just try to apply a little bit more pressure. Like sometimes you kind of get stagnant in how shit going, so just apply a little bit more pressure. Just keep going, keep pounding, because it's not a 400-yard dash. It's more of a marathon. So you just got to keep applying pressure. So that's what I'm kind of focusing on, just apply more pressure and apply more pressure. So.
For me, you know, look, they do this every year around about this time. You can get in a little gym membership for the low right about now. You know what I'm saying? I think Planet Fitness, when I just last saw it, is like $1 down to $15 a month. And I get it, you don't want to spend money on a place that you don't go to, but I kind of need to get in the gym just because I always wanted to be, you know, real health conscious and got my body in shape and stuff like that. Even though the vibe in the street right now with the women is kind of messed up to where you be all looking good and stuff and then not even talking to the females because it's so nasty out here. But still, you got to do stuff for your health, especially as you age. You got to keep yourself going. You got to keep yourself up. You never know how things may end up coming to you, and the stronger you are and the more prepared you are, the better you can handle situations. Also, I want to get my money game to a whole nother level. Even though I got it popping right now, I want to get an extra hustle. An extra hustle, just to get even more money. Because, you know, we got Trump coming in a couple days, and it is what it is. You like him, it's your business. If I don't like him, that's my business. But he's the president of the United States, so we don't know how things are going to matriculate down from that dude, or how it's going to go, or how business is going to be. So I'm just all about trying to get money and trying to get myself straight. I'm on that bank account shit. I'm on that credit score shit. I'm on that home ownership shit. I'm on that stocks and bonds, mutual funds, the whole nine. I'm trying to have whatever I get my hands on. You feel me?
Yeah, me too. I'm on the same type of shit. So just trying to just keep it going, man. Just keep beating that shit down. Keep beating it. Keep going. That's the main part. You gotta just keep going.
And every last one of y'all, if you made any kind of resolutions, don't stop doing that. Don't quit. They got like a day, I seen it on TV somewhere or whatever, like a Friday. It's quit resolution Friday or something. It don't even take like a week or two before people done stop whatever they was trying to do. They done already stopped it. We gotta stay diligent. We gotta be disciplined, and we gotta get the things done that we trying to do. Life and time waits for nobody. So come on and let's get busy with it. But anyway, having said all of that, we just want to say Happy New Year to all of y'all. Check game on all of that. And then let's get into this hip-hop news.
The hip hop news that's going around right now is everybody goddamn is in a frenzy because of Fat Joe remarks, and a few other prominent hip hop artists and producers. Also a couple of Puerto Rican dancers, break dancers, you know, that put a big contribution on the hip hop scene. So Fat Joe was on Math Hoffa's show, and he claimed that Puerto Ricans and black people created hip hop, and it was like a 50-50 split down the middle. So that was very controversial when he said that, and he also said that the FBAs was a black radical racist.
FBAs, do you know what that stands for?
It stands for Foundational Black American. So that means black people that were born in America.
Uh-huh.
Their roots are in America. You know what I'm saying? Also, those people that were born here have, you know, they got their roots here, so they are different from Jamaicans, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Bahamians, you know what I'm saying, Germans, all the other immigrants that came in. So
they just basically, when it comes to hip hop, they want to jump in there and be of the culture all of a sudden when they was always sitting outside the culture. Is that how you seeing it?
Yeah, pretty much,
Black
but
America.
it's not like they weren't involved in the culture. They were involved, but as far as like the creation process, they were not involved in the creation process. Once it trickled down to people, you know, coming in, all the block parties and people participating, and some of the Latin people gravitated toward that, but it wasn't like that in the beginning, because at that time, from 1971 on up to the mid 70s, their families wasn't really fucking with black folk like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they were still on their shit, and they wouldn't let their kids even just, you know, be with them and react with them like that. It was a few people that, you know, kind of rebelled and, you know, came on in and was at the block parties, but they weren't like immediate participants at that time. They were just like spectators.
But like, if you look at some of the stuff like the Rocksteady crew and all that, that always incorporated Puerto Ricans.
But they,
and those
Rocksteady
people like
crew
that.
and all those people, they came in later. So that was like maybe 77, 78, some shit like that. They came in later. Before them, the people that was breakdancing, they was black folks. Now, I done watched a lot of videos from particular folks that were at the creation, and they kind of described how the shit was happening. So they came in, they was b-boying and breakdancing and doing all that shit in the beginning, and once it got to a point where they moved on, that's when most of the Latin people came in and took up the breakdancing and shit like that. But the moves they was doing was the moves they got from the ones that were before them, which was the black folk. So, and Buddy, this one dude, DJ Face, he was one of the DJs back then, and he was telling what's going on, because he was like, yeah, we came in with the drip, we came in with the breakdancing, all that type of shit, but once it got to a certain point, we kind of moved on to some different shit. And then the younger,
which is probably the MCing.
no, the MC was already there.
No, I'm talking about the reason why you can make this argument that maybe Latinos wasn't so much involved is because you do not know not one Latino MC back at that time. You don't know any. I don't know any of them.
Actually, the earliest ones back at that time was like 76, 77.
But he did. But I'm saying nobody didn't make a mark.
Mark like what?
Every
You talking about? See, you talking about recording and
yeah, exactly.
That's not where it started though. So you got to go before the recording shit.
Okay.
So that's when you know what Latino rappers was there. And so in 76, 77, it was goddamn Ruby D and Whipple Whip. Those were the first Latin rappers.
Okay, I never heard of either one of them, but okay.
Cause they ain't got no it wasn't no record deals and none of that at that time. You see what I'm saying? But them motherfuckers was rapping, rocking parties, and you know some club shit, doing that shit like. But it's documented. They were the first ones. Then after that came, you know, everybody else. But that was the time. 76, 77. That's the time they said, you know, they was in there. So don't nobody dispute that they was in there. Ain't nobody trying to discredit them or nothing. You know, they was there.
Mm-hmm.
But they wasn't there 71, 72, 73.
So it's just were they involved in the origin? They kind of jumped in.
It was already niggas was already
doing
rapping.
Yeah.
They were just the first ones that gravitated to it. And they were the first Latino.
But check this out. Okay, so I'm gonna not get this right, but if I'm not mistaken, there were times when you would hear James Brown saying, I don't do rapping, or I'm not, that's something with rapping. And then you would hear like the Spinners, you know, I'm not much of a rapper, but you know, when he says that in that song. So that had been around.
Yeah, them niggas was rapping.
That had been around. If you look at the black exploitation movies, that rapping term, that was used and well known back at that time, very early on. So when we think we created something, it was our forefathers that was talking that rapping stuff.
Yeah.
And it was more from the pimp game and saying things and so smoothly and rhyming and stuff like that. That's where that came from. And then we took it and made something else out of it.
Right.
And then it goes further. So the rapping is still going to always be, its inception is in the black community.
Just it was a black art form. So those were the first Latino rappers around 76, 77. It wasn't nobody before them.